Everyone wants to feel like they belong. Like there's a place where you're included, where you can try and laugh and feel like you're part of something bigger. Belonging has the power to support families from generation to generation.
It's amazing. I love how I was brought up. I love this building. I love the program. I was at the J all the time. When I was growing up, like after school, I would walk from MJDS to the J and play basketball in the gym or go swimming with my friends. Now, I pick her up from Big Girl School and we go to swimming lesson and hang out at the cafe. It's gone full circle.
I feel like Ganami really had a warm, welcoming community, and that's something that we really were looking for when we were looking for a place to send our kiddos. We have run into so many families that like you have grown up with. We're finding that they have kids who are the same age, and having the ability then to like rekindle those friendships has been really, really fun to do.
It makes me really happy that he enjoys the like Shabbat Sing experience. And I remember my parents coming to Shabbat Sing and singing with me, and it was just so fun.
Your father and your mother both are really excited that they're, taking the same path that you took, and they so strongly believe that it really made you who you are. And I think that it's giving them such an identity as well as they're growing up. And, just like we were saying, her coming home and singing these songs and wanting to light the candles and talking to us about Passover, and she's only 3 years old, so we're excited to see as she continues to grow in this community and building that identity that she has.
I'm growing up.
You're growing up.
You sure are.
Belonging has the power to give kids a place that always feels like home.
So we are the Elkos, dialing in from sunny Jacksonville, Florida. We are a military family, and we have 2 current campers. Being a military family has certainly impacted their stability in the sense that we move around so much. And, finding community is always challenging. Living overseas, there were only 5 other Jewish families, part of our community.
In the military, we have this saying is, home is where the Navy sends us. The kids have lived in 4 different cities, everywhere from Washington, D.C. to California to overseas. So we really wanted, one place that could anchor them, that was a place where they could grow and have the same friends every summer and really develop their identity. Well, we found out about Operation Summer Camp through a rabbi that was a very close family friend, and he said, you have to look into this. This is perfect for a family like yours.
I have to say that camp has been so amazing. Leora and Jacob have each attended 5 different schools. And for Leora, going now on to her 4th summer, she has gone to camp every year. So she has had a steady group of friends at camp, even though she has had to make new friends, during the school year 5 different times.
Camp is a constant for me because it feels like home, and I have so much more friends there, and it's like a whole other world for me.
I grew up in Milwaukee. My sister and I grew up going to camp, and I feel like the kids are able to have the same experience that I had, in the sense that, they're developing their Jewish identities. I don't think Jacob and Leora would be the people that they are today without having attended camp. I was a scholarship kid for many years going to camp, and I am so grateful that the JCC is continuing to make it possible for all kids who want to go to camp to go to camp.
Belonging has the power to help families stay strong when things are hard.
Well, I have 2 children, Stella, who will be 10 in 2 weeks, and Jager Baker, who is 7.5. And our first experience with Rainbow Day Camp was with Stella when she went there as a 4 or 5-year-old. I guess maybe 2 summers after that, she was diagnosed with a cancerous brain tumor. And our lives and our family changed We were so worried about Stella and so focused on the treatment that she had to undergo, the therapies that we had to organize, the fights with insurance, everything. So all of our energy was going towards Stella, and Jake needed that same kind of energy towards him, and we didn't have it for him. I registered Jake for camp that summer, and I went online, and I remember putting in a little note saying, like, I'm sorry, our family's kind of a mess. Jakey's having a really hard time, but please take him. Lenny called me, and I started to say, I'm sorry, and he said, stop, tell me what's happening right now. And I told him the story about Stella and our family, and he said he's got Jake, and that I didn't need to worry about him, and that he would be loved, and that he would belong. Camp gave Jake a place to just be a kid.
Met some friends, made 100 friends, basically. When I had friends, I wasn't as overwhelmed when my sister wasn't there.
So Stella was done with her intensive treatment and intensive therapies, and we needed to find a place for her to go too. And I thought, well, you guys did great with Jake, but Stella's a different case. She's had cancer. She has cognitive challenges. She has vision impairments. And I need her to feel like she belongs. I don't want her to feel like she's othered. And going up there with Shelby and walking around camp, and Shelby saying, this is how we're going to help Stella get around. This is what we're going to do to love her and to support her. And then ask me questions. What do we need? It just was really, really a special thing.
I was really happy when my sister came to Rainbow Day because she basically was with me.
To know that she could go to a place where I know that my kid belongs, and I know my kid is going to feel welcomed and loved. And then also know where my other kid here can feel welcomed and loved and feels like he belongs because he's been through it. There's so much love for our family that I'm so grateful.
Belonging has power.
The power of stability.
The power of support.
The power of community.
Tonight, you have the power to make sure every child has a place to belong.